Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on the New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the NFC East is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. And for Giants fans, this isn't just another offseason story, it's about a potential seismic shift in the division's power dynamics. The Giants, who have been in a bit of a rebuild mode over the past couple of seasons, are looking to solidify their position and get back to the postseason with a bang. But what's really exciting right now is the buzz around the NFC East, especially with some key developments that could redefine the Giants' chances of contending for another Super Bowl. You see, the Giants have been building a solid foundation lately, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Brian Daboll, their head coach, has really turned things around since taking over, and it shows in the team's disciplined play and strategic approach. But what's adding fuel to the fire is the recent shift in talent and strategy among their division rivals. The Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys, and Washington Commanders have all been making moves, but the Giants are quietly positioning themselves for a potential breakthrough. One of the most talked about stories in recent weeks has been the Giants' aggressive offseason. They've bolstered their roster with key acquisitions, especially on the offensive line and in the skill positions. Players like Saquon Barkley, who's been phenomenal when healthy, are looking to bounce back from injury setbacks and lead the charge. The addition of young, talented receivers and tight ends gives quarterback Daniel Jones more weapons than ever before. Jones himself has shown flashes of brilliance, and with the right support, he could take a significant leap this season. The question is, can the Giants finally put it all together and challenge the division's reigning kings? That remains to be seen, but the signs are promising. Now, what really has fans talking is the strategic shift within the NFC East. The Cowboys, always a formidable opponent, have added some defensive pieces that could make their defense even stingier. The Eagles, fresh off a Super Bowl appearance, are looking to defend their crown, and they've invested heavily in their roster. Meanwhile, the Commanders are trying to find their rhythm after some turbulent seasons. But here's the thing, if the Giants can capitalize on their offseason improvements and develop their young talent, they could leapfrog some of these teams and become the division favorites. Let's talk about some specific players and what they could mean for the Giants' future. Saquon Barkley, returning from injury, is vital. When healthy, he's one of the most dynamic running backs in the league, capable of changing the game in an instant. His explosiveness, combined with the offensive line's improvement, could lead to a much more balanced and potent Giants offense. Daniel Jones, who's entering a crucial year in his career, has the opportunity to finally showcase his full potential. If he can develop as a passer, utilize his mobility effectively, and avoid turnovers, the Giants' offense could become one of the league's most unpredictable units. Defensively, the Giants have been emphasizing speed and versatility. Players like Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeaux are emerging as dominant forces on the line of scrimmage. The secondary, led by Adoree Jackson and newly added cornerbacks, is poised to be more aggressive and disruptive. The coaching staff has emphasized a scheme that maximizes their athletes' strengths, and if that translates onto the field, it could be a nightmare for opposing offenses. But it's not just about individual talent. It's about how all these pieces fit together. The Giants' coaching staff has been working tirelessly to implement a cohesive system that emphasizes discipline, turnovers, and situational awareness. That's been evident in their recent performances in training camp and preseason games, where the team has shown flashes of the aggressive, disciplined football that fans have been craving. Now, around the league, there's a growing consensus that the Giants could be a dark horse contender this year. Not necessarily because they're the most hyped team, but because of the smart moves they've made and the potential for player development. The NFC East has often been a division where surprises happen, and if the Giants can stay healthy and execute, they could very well be the team to watch in December and January. One aspect that's often overlooked but is crucial for the Giants' success is their special teams. Having a reliable kicker, a solid punter, and a return game that can flip field position gives them an edge in close games. Recent signings and coaching emphasis suggest they're paying more attention to this phase, which could be the difference in tight contests down the stretch. Another big factor for the Giants' prospects this season is the schedule. They've got some tough matchups early on, including divisional games that could set the tone for the year. If they can come out of those with some wins, it could boost their confidence and set a momentum that carries through the season. Conversely, a rough start might be a setback, but given the resilience they've shown in recent years, it's unlikely they'll fold under pressure. Looking back at the Giants' recent history, it's clear that this franchise is no stranger to rebuilding and coming out stronger. The 2017 Super Bowl victory is still fresh in the minds of fans, And while the team has gone through some lean years since, the core of young talent mixed with veteran leadership has fans dreaming again. The front office has been strategic, focusing on developing homegrown talent while making smart free agent signings. This balance is key if they want to compete with the NFC East's powerhouses. And speaking of history, the Giants have always been a team that fights hard and refuses to back down, even when odds seem stacked against them. That fighting spirit is ingrained in the franchise's DNA, and with the current roster and coaching staff, it's likely to continue. Fans remember the gritty performances in critical moments, and that's what makes the upcoming season so exciting. Could we see a repeat of that magic? Well, with the right mix of talent, strategy, and a bit of luck, it's definitely within reach. Now, let's not forget about the fans. The energy at MetLife Stadium, the electrifying atmosphere on game days, and the passionate community supporting this team are what make the Giants special. This season, expectations are rising and the fan base is more united than ever. They're hungry for success, eager to see their team back on the big stage, competing for titles and bringing that Super Bowl trophy home once again. The players feed off that energy, and if the team can harness it, the sky's the limit. All in all, the big picture here is that the NFC East is at a crossroads. The Giants are emerging as a team to watch, with a roster full of potential and a coaching staff that's proven it can develop young players into stars. The other teams in the division are formidable, but the Giants' strategic moves and recent progress suggest they're ready to make a serious push. It's going to be a season full of drama, surprises, and unforgettable moments. And if you're a true Giants fan, you know that this team has the heart and resilience to make some noise. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the coming months will be crucial for the Giants. Every game, every play, every moment will be scrutinized by fans and analysts alike. Will Daniel Jones take that leap into superstardom? Will Saquon Barkley stay healthy and be the game changer everyone hopes he can be? Will the defense continue to evolve and become one of the league's top units? These questions are what make this season so intriguing. The coaching staff has laid out a plan, but execution on the field is what will ultimately decide their fate. And let's talk about the division rivals for a moment, because their moves also play a huge role in shaping the Giants' path. The Eagles, with their high-powered offense and stout defense, will be a tough nut to crack. Jalen Hurts is entering his prime, and the weapons around him have grown stronger. The Cowboys, on the other hand, have a solid defense and a versatile offense led by Dak Prescott. They've added pieces on both sides of the ball, aiming to return to the playoffs and beyond. The Commanders are still trying to find their footing, but with new coaching staff and some promising young players, they could surprise everyone. So the Giants will need to be at their best every single week if they want to climb to the top of this competitive division. As fans, we've watched the ups and downs of this franchise for decades. The moments of glory, the heartbreaking losses, and the resilience that defines the Giants' spirit. That resilience is what makes this upcoming season so compelling. They have the talent, the coaching, and the community support to make a real run. And if everything falls into place, we could be witnessing the start of another Giants Super Bowl journey. Imagine that, a team that was underestimated, bouncing back with passion and determination, ready to make history once again. Now, for the fans who follow the NFL closely, you know that it's never just about talent. It's about team chemistry, coaching adjustments, and even a bit of luck. But the Giants seem to have all the ingredients right now. The young players are hungry and eager to prove themselves. The veterans are still playing at a high level, providing leadership and stability. The coaching staff is innovative and adaptable, capable of making the tough decisions when necessary. This combination has the potential to get the Giants back into the postseason and maybe, just maybe, into a deep playoff run. In conclusion, the NFC East is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling divisions in recent memory, and the New York Giants are right at the center of it. Their offseason moves, player development, and strategic focus have set the stage for an exciting year. Fans should be optimistic, but also ready for the roller coaster ride that is NFL football. The Giants have shown they're not content with just being part of the conversation, they want to lead it. And with the passion of their fan base behind them, this team is poised to make a statement in 2024. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.